Hello, my African people. How you na dey? One love, one love. My African people, anywhere you are, how you na dey? Those of you na in back home in Africa, I greet you now. Kedu, Sonu, Shidada Lewa. Those of you in Diaspora, I greet you now. This is your Ogbonge African Gist ambassador. Okay? Today, the information I'm bringing your way is very, very vital. This information is essential. You don't want to miss it. This video is not going to be too long, so please listen to this video from the beginning to the end, because it might save your life today or tomorrow. It might save the life of your son, your uncle, your brother today or tomorrow. So please listen to this information very well. One of the causes of untimely deaths for both African men and women living abroad is divorce or separation. I'll tell that again. Do your research, verify what I'm saying. One of the causes of untimely deaths, sudden deaths, tragic deaths of African men and women living abroad is divorce or separation as a result of irreconcilable issues, irreconcilable differences that have piled up over the years as these couples live together overseas. And when these divorce issues happens, when separation happens between African man and African woman, most African men don't have the mind, they don't have the stomach to stomach the pain, the cheating, the disrespect, the embarrassment, the financial burden that comes with divorce and separation. Most African men don't have what it takes to stomach it. Having labored so much on the woman, as a man, having labored so much on your family, when they were in Africa, you labored so much on them. You left America, you left Canada, you left UK to pay them visits. Or maybe you even stayed in overseas for some years before you got your papers. And as soon as you get your paper, the first thing you want to do is to go home to see your family because you love your family. I get it. And then you travel back and forth. You risk your life across the Atlantic Ocean. And you get home, you buy property, you take your family out, you pay your children's school fees, you take good care of your wife. And then you also think that, you know what, the best thing for me to do is to bring them overseas. And then you bring your family overseas. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, depending on how the casala burst, depending on the weight of the irreconcilable differences. Some did not even spend up to 1 year, some 2 years, some 3 years, some less than 5 years, some 10 years. But there is one unique attribute with women that men bring from Africa. They hardly go past 5 years before the marriage ends. And as a man, having invested so much like this on your family, on your marriage, on your children and your wife, when divorce happens, it takes a whole lot from you. Check it online. Anything I say here, you can verify it. Check it online. You will see the numbers of Nigerian men, Ghanaians, Cameroonians, Liberians who pie their wives after separation or divorce. Why? Because of the pain that they experienced because of that experience. It takes the grace of God for a man to walk away. So this is my advice to you. If you live in Nigeria, if you live in Ghana, if you live in any African country and you want to relocate abroad, it is good to always search for greener pasture. But I want to tell you that there are two sides to every coin. You need to flip the other side and see if it is what you can cope with. Everybody is telling you to come abroad. Everybody is telling you to relocate. My brothers and sisters, you need to be very, very, very careful to know if this abroad you are about to go, you need to know if it is in the best interest of your marriage. You need to know if this abroad is in the best interest of your children and yourself as the man. Because a lot of men have pied themselves. First of all, they pie their wives and they pie themselves. Because when they bring their wife over, they have remember that these men, some of them had already invested in this woman back home. And when they bring the same women overseas, they continue to invest. Who else will you invest in if you don't invest in your wife and your children? That talking to Lori Buruku, when your head knock, when your head not knock, when your head nothing is wrong with it. At least if something is not wrong with your head, your nuclear family should be your priority. But having done all that, having invested, having spent, your life taking care of your wife and your children, imagine bringing the wife and children to abroad, and then due to some useless matter, the wife divorces you or separate from you. And then as African men, we have this ego. Somebody else has taken that from you. To you, she has found somebody better than you. And this is not the person that brought her from America. That brought her from Africa. You also want to think about that. Oh, so I brought this woman and someone else is enjoying her. Brother, listen to me. Dear African men, there is more to your life than the marriage you lost. There is more to your life than the separation you suffer. If you check, go on Google, check it out. Type Nigerian men that buy their wives in America, in UK, in Canada. It will bring out for you. You will see men that buy their wives after separation because they couldn't stomach the pain. Men, after buying their wives, they buy themselves because they knew that the arms of the law will catch up with them and sentence them to life imprisonment. Some states in America, America has 50 states, more than maybe 40 states, let me not give you wrong data, but at least more than half do not buy somebody if that person buy another person. There is no tit for tat. They won't give you, they won't murder you if you murder someone. What they will give you is life imprisonment. Now think about it. You buy the mother of your children because of separation, because of divorce. And you, if you not buy yourself, they will sentence you to life imprisonment. Does it really worth it? My advice to you as men who have already brought your wife from Africa to America, my advice to you is in two ways. Number one, it's either you become the slave in that marriage, or you stand your ground with wisdom. In fact, it's almost difficult for you to say you want to stand your ground as an African man in abroad. This is why I'm telling people back home that you are always eager to come abroad, especially with your family. You might be making the worst mistake of your life. I'm telling you reality. It is your wife, your marriage, your home is better nurtured back home in Africa. The marriage culture, the family culture in overseas is largely different from what we have in Africa. The way we were raised, what our mothers accepted from our fathers, what our mothers, what they imparted on our sisters who are living in Africa. Once those daughters cross the Atlantic, it's as if there is a spirit in that overseas country that grab them and take away all the training, all the culture, take it away from them. And they feel like a bird that is let out of a cage, they feel like they can fly. And they can fly and slap anybody with their wings, slap their husband. If you are a man, you want to remain married, you have to become a fool. And not every man can become a fool. You have to give it up. Just be there, just be do like Mumu. Not all men if you do that one. And if you cannot do that, brother, walk away. That is the second advice. The first advice, become a fool till the day you will die. I can assure you, you will never be a man. With an African woman who has migrated to America and who has acculturized. And the funniest thing we say, our people, when we say they come from Africa, when they want to behave like the women here, they even do and pass the women when they meet here. Let me say it clearly. Most of our women, when they leave Africa, when they come to America, the wrong culture of America as regards marriage, the way our own daughters, the way our own women practice it is even worse than the Americans. I've spoken to Americans, I've interviewed them. One woman told me, say, the way you see the way you see Nigerian women, the way they treat their husband, the way Nigerian women, they do divorce. Say, they themselves, when we say, now then start this thing, they salute them, say, wait see. But my advice today is to you, man, dear African men, it's better you walk away than to kill the mother of your children because of divorce. I know you feel the pain. I know she cheated on you. I know she disappointed you. She let you down. You spent your money. You spent your life. Some of you even, some of us as men, we even put our lives somewhere. We pursue the happiness of our wives and our children. We refuse to grow. We refuse to advance just to make sure that our family is doing well. Our wives is doing well. Some will even sponsor their wives to become registered nurse. They will sponsor their wives to become, nurse practitioner. And the wife will turn around and show them the way out of the house, collect their house. Some of these men will still be paying mortgage after leaving the house, and police will walk you out of your house. They will collect your house. They will destroy you. They will put financial burden on you in form of child support. The pain will be too much. The pain will be so much that if you are not a man, if you don't have the fear of God, you will do the untold. So my advice to you as a man, I don't know who this advice is going to help back home in Nigeria, who is planning to relocate his wife and children to America. I am not saying you should not relocate your wife. The best thing is to be living where your family is. That's the best thing. Every man wants to be where his wife and children are 24/7. But I'm telling you that 8 out of 10 African men that brought their wife abroad regret it. And those marriages end in divorce. And out of those 10, at least 3 or 4 buy their wives. They buy themselves, or police grab them and put them in jail. You don't want this to be the end of your story. So what will happen to your children? You buy their mother, you buy yourself, and if you don't buy yourself, because you don't commit murder, so you want to buy yourself so that the law will not, arrest you. So if you not buy yourself, if police grab you, you go jail, life imprisonment. What will now happen to your children? Why don't you leave your wife and children back in Africa, where they can receive correct training, where they can receive culture, where you can, go to church and be happy and manage whatever you have. But here is the balance. You know your woman. If you know, say God has given you the wife of your destiny, if you know, say God has given you the wife that will support you till your old age, and you say you'll not be useless man, you are a responsible man, hardworking man, I will advise you to bring your wife to America, because America is a country that is built on family value. Unfortunately, the same system that is affecting the value. They built this country on family value, but their system, remember, in Africa, patriarchy is what is common. We practice patriarchy in Africa. Patriarchy means when the male, especially maybe the husband or the father, has the supreme authority over the home. That is patriarchy. But in most Western world, feminism is what they are practicing. And feminism or feminist theory and patriarchy, they are two parallel lines. They can never meet. They oppose each other. Okay? Feminism and patriarchy. Patriarchy we can modernize it. But a system that tries to say the father or the husband is not the head of the family should be checked. This is my advice to you. You are in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, you are in Liberia, anywhere, and money they push you, you won't carry your wife come America. Go pray. Me, I like prayer and action. But on this note, use your brain and then pray. Even Jesus say, watch and pray. Jesus did not say pray and watch. We have put prayer first and we put watch at the back. Jesus said pray and watch. Your watching will determine the kind of prayer point you will pray. Most men are not watching, and that's why we find ourselves in trouble with women. This is my advice to you, African men living in abroad. Take them easy. It's either you remain a fool or you walk away. And if you are in Africa, before you bring your wife to America, before you want to sponsor your wife, before you want to invest in your wife, look at that woman. Is she the one that will pay you back in kindness or pay you back with regrets? God bless you. Remember, Africa is a blessed continent.